Hey guys, and I came back a couple hours ago from watching the American Idol auditions in Dallas, which is really cool. You know, shout out to Dallas, my cousins live there. Woot! Anyway, so today we had the guest judges Neil Patrick Harris and Joe Jonas, and I think Neil Patrick Harris totally owned Joe Jonas as far as, being a guest judge, because, he paid attention, he listened, he really, he brought the snarky without being rude, and I really liked him a lot. I thought he was a great judge. So if, when Simon leaves and they decide to boot Kara and Randy, and, since we haven't seen Ellen, I'm not going to make any judgment whatsoever as far as that's concerned, because we haven't seen her yet. But I would say bring on Shania Twain and Neil Patrick Harris, both for 2011. Do it! Do it for season 10! You'll get much ratings! Who am I kidding? It'll never happen. He's way too busy with, How I Met Your Mother. So, yeah. Dear, sad. Because I absolutely loved Neil Patrick Harris as a guest judge. I thought he was fantastic, and he had really, really interesting things to say. Sorry. And, I'm really glad that he, had the chutzpah to stand up to Simon, especially when it came to the contestant Kimberly. I thought she had a great voice. I really don't know what Simon's problem with her was, because I really liked her. I thought she had a great voice, and usually when somebody says that they came in doing an original song, usually that's kind of time to, brace yourself and be like, oh no, they're going to be bad, they're going to be awful, no. But no, I thought she was really good. I really, really liked her voice. And the first person to get a golden ticket tonight was Lloyd, and I really liked him. He definitely, I think, has a Ruben Studdard vibe, and, I think he's got a nice voice. And then there was Dave, who had Tourette's, and I thought he had a nice voice, too. I'm not quite sure how far he will actually go in the competition, but I really liked him. I thought he had a nice voice. Then there was Erica, the former Barney and Friends star, acting like a dominatrix. To that, I had to say, WTF. Seriously, WTF. She had a fine voice. It's just, she really didn't need to do that. She had a nice voice. Her voice alone would have been enough to send her to Hollywood. And I was shocked that they let her sing that song, Free Your Mind. I was shocked that they let her sing it, because it is not an idol-friendly song at all. Because, in the song she mentions, doesn't mean that I'm a prostitute, and doesn't mean I'm selling dope, stuff like that. It's just like, oh no. Why did they let her do this? It's not an appropriate song for Idol. Anywho, and so I think that was all of the golden tickets on Neil Patrick Harris's watch. Joe Jonas, I felt like he might as well have just put a little cardboard cutout of himself and have a little pre-recorded voice with it, to say yes or no. Really, they spent 15, 20 minutes just with, Joe Jonas, and he really didn't say much, and I really don't think that we saw enough of him to determine whether or not he was useful, because he didn't, I don't really think that they showed enough of him to make that judgment, and, but for what they did show, I can only judge by what they showed, he seemed completely useless. He might as well not have even been there. He was completely useless. But with the golden tickets on Joe Jonas's watch, we had Todrick Hall, who, if you've read anything on MJ's big blog about him, dude is all sorts of shady. But he has a good voice, I guess. I thought his song, his original kind of song was really, I think Simon was dead on when he said that it was cutesy, and his voice didn't, make him want to jump up out of his chair. I totally see where Simon was coming from. And, I thought his song just reeked of desperation. But I could be wrong. I thought he had a fine voice. I didn't really dig him all that much. Anywho. And then there was Megan, who I really liked. I thought she was actually probably my favorite audition of the night. I thought she had an amazing voice. And it was, okay, I'm a girl. I can say this. I thought it was a sexy voice. I thought she really had a sexy voice. And she definitely is a country girl. Definitely. I loved her voice. I really, really loved her voice. And the last girl, Christian, who got a golden ticket, I really liked her voice, and I definitely do think it's inspiring that she survived cancer and that she's been in remission for 8 years. I think that's great. But you know what? I'm not, judging by backstories. I judge on talent, and I thought she had a really good voice, and hopefully she'll make it far. I don't know if she will, but I'm hoping she goes far. So, only time will tell, though. Alright, and next Tuesday, we wrap up the auditions in Denver. And by the looks of the Denver preview commercial, I'm quite terrified because I don't know if anybody else saw it, but they had this blurred, censored, thing, saying, and, I forgot what was said. But it made me think that we might be seeing the return of Bikini Girl. Which I'm hoping isn't true. I really hope that we don't have to sit through Bikini Girl again. Not again. I couldn't take her last year, her and her obnoxious behavior. I couldn't take it. So, I'm hoping to God that we don't have the return of Bikini Girl. I'm really hoping not. Well, anyway, we'll see y'all later, and leave your comments in the sections below. Keep it classy, and I'll see y'all later.